What's up guys, this is Nick at ManriqueBilt Customs. My videos are going to be a DIY and a whole custom twist on the do-it-yourself, a make-it-yourself and install-it-yourself all at the same time. I'll get custom scrap material and junkyard parts and make one-off pieces for my vehicle or whatever it is that I'm doing. So today we're going to re-customize my dashboard and fiberglass the switch panel, as well as add some extra pieces that I got from the junkyard and having them all come together. I've already done tons of stuff to my truck already, and as you can see, it's not your average 99 Dodge Ram 2500, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, so so let's check out what I did.
Well, okay. So here's some random switches that I kind of had over time. I've used before, and used to have a race car way back when, but then I went and bought a couple of these because it's kind of hard to find these at the junkyard. But what I did find were some cool little pieces. I thought I'd try to see if I can get them to work somehow in the truck. I kind of like this one. It's kind of like a little pop, and it opens up a little bit. I figure I could put that in there somewhere. And this in the bottom part, it's got some little parts. I could probably put my little 12-volt cigarette lighter deals, and I could always change those out. And this, well, a little compartment, you know, something, and a little center console. Super dirty, but you know, I might be able to use this. All right, so this is what we got as far as what my dashboard is. I've kind of ripped everything out of here, and I'm kind of just starting from scratch. But this is where I've kind of set a bunch of my switches and just kind of randomly just, you know, set them in there. And but right in here, this is where I'm going to fiberglass like a panel. You know, I kind of want to have it boxed, but I want it in such a way, an angle, that it will be facing, you know, me, so that I don't have to reach here flat. So what I'm going to end up using is this foam old ice chest I got, and I'm going to, you know, cut it up and everything like that. And I kind of like the way it's got these little ridges, you know. I might be able to use those, and I'll tape it all together and everything, and saran wrap it like I've done before, because that just works like super awesome. So let me go ahead and start forming kind of my like design and show you guys what that kind of looks like, and then we'll go ahead and get that all fiberglassed. All right, so this is what I've come up with. As you can see, it's kind of angled, and it's hollow inside. I'm just using this as like a mold, so I got a, you know, piece of cardboard in the back. But you can see it kind of goes down. It's got this little trim around here, and it actually goes like this. So if you can imagine this being like here, you know, it kind of comes out so that it's kind of facing me more, you know, while I'm sitting in the driver's seat. What I'll end up doing is I'll cut back behind here to have that hollow, and so all my wires and everything got room and space, and it's not touching anything. So now, but let me go ahead and get my saran wrap, my favorite saran wrap, best tool ever, and let's go ahead and fiberglass this guy. And I'm gonna this dry overnight. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and peel all this off and get that saran wrap peeled off underneath, see what kind of shape we got, and then we'll go from there. But we'll go ahead and let this dry overnight, see what we come up with. got our fiberglass set up all nice, dried up real good. So I'm gonna try to pop this thing out. It should just about come out. Boom. There we go. Now let's see about this saran wrap. Booyah. Well, that came out pretty good. I'm actually fairly pleased with that. So let me go ahead and mark around here, and I'm going to cut all around here. All right, so I got it all rounded off, sanded. So I went ahead and I made me some marks where I'm going to drill these holes for the switches. So I got 5 of them over there. Get the rest of it cut out and see what it looks like. All right, so I got everything drilled out for my switches, and then I'll end up putting you know, like a label for each one, what they are. And then that little compartment box, I got this trimmed out, so that'll pop right in there. I already gave it a little sanding. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna paint it. In the truck I already marked out, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out so that the back of the dash will be open. So from here, I already took out all the switches, the old switches that I just kind of randomly put in here. I'm gonna end up cutting all this little section out, so that fiberglass little switch panel that I came up with will fit right in here. And I'm leaving enough trim around so I can kind of, I don't know, maybe rivets or put, you know, panhead bolts or something. And I'll probably put, you know, 4 of them, 2 on each side. Let me go ahead and chop that. Boom. This was just some, actually that was the sides of some cable tray. You know, it's a billet aluminum, so I'm gonna end up having to cut into that also. Booyah. All right, so now that we got our hole, I'm gonna clean it up and file the edges down and whatnot. But let's see if you can get an idea about where this thing is going to sit. Something like that. I'm driving right here, you know, driving, and the switches are, you know, be about right there. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and get the switches set up. And you know, I still got to bolt it down, but you see, you know, you can get an idea of the angle. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't get this sucker. Yeah, there we go. Now I went in and wired them all up, got everything in. I'm going to put 1 on each side. 1 on each side, 1 on the top. Just some panhead bolts, just regular 1/4 inch hardware. Man, I kind of like that. I like the way that looks. Didn't come out too, you know, too crazy looking or anything like that, but I kind of like the way it has that. Kind of got a little fiberglass look to it, and I like it. Just random blue color switches. And so we'll go ahead and call this little project done. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give me a like, share, and subscribe. Until the next time, Safety first. Okay, I waited till it got dark outside so I can show you guys what I did to the switch panel. Well, that fiberglass, even after I painted it black, is still kind of somewhat transparent a little bit. So what I did is I rewired interior lights to some little small LED lights and then stuck those to the back of my switch panel. So whenever I hit my headlights, my interior lights turn on. This is what happens. They kind of light up, which I think is super cool. You know, it's just something extra, you know. Wasn't really planning on it, but which I think it came out pretty, it's pretty interesting, you know. Something else that kind of just accidentally happened, but you know, that's what happens when you customize things. Start with one plan and start getting into it, customizing it, and turns into something else.